When you or a family member is diagnosed with a chronic illness, you might become a caregiver, which is life-changing on its own. Tonight, we're sharing the story of a superstar caregiver, a mom who's been managing treatment for herself, her husband, and their 6 children who've all been diagnosed with or experiencing some type of chronic illness. Trisha, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So Trisha, let's start with your story. What can you tell us about your own personal health journey?
So I am diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis, which is a degenerative spine condition, as well as rheumatoid arthritis. So those are autoimmune conditions. And I've had multiple surgeries, as well as I receive infusions for that. And I have 6 children, as you mentioned. They all have some sort of a chronic condition. 4 of them happen to have the same autoimmune as me. They have the juvenile form, which is juvenile idiopathic arthritis. My husband also has his own chronic conditions going on. And so it's been a long road of going to various specialists for my children, as well as myself. Going to infusion appointments, setting those up, trying to manage all of these different medications throughout all of these years.
Yeah, that sounds really exhausting. You're caring for your entire family, and it says here that you've been managing about like 50 prescriptions a month, also working full time.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it can be daunting for sure. We're just a normal family that happens to have a lot of chronic conditions going on. Yeah. So, but yes, it can be a lot. That is true.
So how do you stay on top of all of this?
That's a good question. Well, we have some systems in place. We use like Google Calendar. I have an electronic calendar on the wall, even in the kitchen, so even my 10-year-old can put activities in. We sync everything up so we can stay on top of all the fun things we like to do, right? Like going out for ice cream even, or concerts we might want to go to, or track meets. My daughter's the lead in the school play. We also, obviously, as we mentioned, we have appointments to doctors, and we have medications that we need to have shipped to us, or we might need to reorder. And so that's where I think CVS Health has really been our rock and been so helpful, because they have reminder calls, and they also have reminder text messages that they've been sending to us every month since the very beginning. They also have an app that has been extraordinarily helpful for us to order, as well as they have auto shipment, which has been really, really helpful. That feature alone has kept us on top of everything. And now my daughter, who's in college, and my college-bound daughter are taking over their own prescriptions, and they use that feature all the time.
Yeah, because if you have to go pick up a prescription, not only do you have to go pick it up, but you gotta wait in line or in the car. You know what I mean? Obviously
Exactly.
You do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so being able to use any tool that is out there for you, especially getting it delivered to your house, that's huge, right?
It is huge. And, and having one person with a chronic illness is difficult enough to manage, but having this many, it really is a lot.
I know that you have a support system, obviously. So who is in that important support system for you?
Well, so having all of us there together, it's family really is our largest support system. So having had this condition since I was a child, even though I wasn't diagnosed till I was older, I recognize a lot of it for my children. And so learning how to advocate for myself and then teaching my children to advocate for themselves is huge. And so just supporting each other in that and being there for each other. We all have good days and bad days, and hopefully we don't all have the bad days on the same days, right? So we help each other out. And then just other organizations. So for us, it's the Arthritis Foundation mostly, but there's various other organizations out there as well that all rally behind us, and they're our village. So that's really been our biggest support, and of course friends as well.
Yeah. What advice would you have for families who either just became caregivers for someone with a chronic illness, or their future might look similar to what you're going through right now?
Well, give yourself grace and be gentle on yourself. You're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days, which can be very difficult, especially when you have something like an autoimmune where you're okay and then all of a sudden you're not. You might miss out on things like birthday parties, or for children, field trips. That can be very difficult. Mental health is super important. It's important to learn to roll with it, though, because those days aren't going to last forever. It's important to find that network to advocate for yourself and to acknowledge your mental health. So those are huge. But you can live a very fulfilling life when you have a chronic illness. So don't be afraid to reach out to your doctor, nurse practitioner, whoever you're working with, or to reach out to organizations like I mentioned, or CVS Health has so many resources on their website. Those are all important things to do. You can lead a fulfilling life, though.
Thank you so much for sharing everything with us today, Tricia. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back with more Good Day Stateline.